Welcome back, guys. All right, so you can probably see that I've changed my name to Scotty's Builds. I figured that I'm not always building stuff in my shed. As you can see behind me here is a set of stairs that I have just started building. It leads up to the attic in my roof. It's been sitting there for a while, unused, and I decided to change it into probably my bedroom. So I'm going to show you the build of what I've done so far and run you through what I've done, and then I'm going to show you the build of the attic as well. So stick with me, consider subscribing, and let's get into it. Okay, so just to let you know, this is sort of where they are going to run. I've marked it out on the wall just so you can see roughly how it's going to end up. I'm going to take out all this ceiling here. That little black part is just where I've got to measure the height of where the landing is. I'll show you the program that I use to set them all out. But that is it underneath, and now I'll show you the above. Okay. This is it. This is the attic. Obviously going to redo it up here, but we have a lot of space. So plenty of view. I'm going to redo this window too, open it right up. Now it comes out somewhere around here, so the landing is going to be about here, and a lot of this ceiling will come up. You walk up, obviously you're going to have to watch your head. I'm not the tallest, so I can sort of fit under here. These beams here I will lift up, so I will have all these, this will be totally removed, these stairs. I'm going to sheet all the back, so we're going to have a wall, all the ceilings going to be done, and we should have plenty of room up here. It is probably, I would say about at least 4 meters, 4.5 meters wide of floor, and the length it would be, I reckon, close to 10 to 12 meters. So it is quite a big space. So now I've just got to transform it, and I'll probably make this my bedroom. All right, guys, this is the program I use now. I apologize for the audio. I don't really have a proper microphone at this stage. This is the program called Block Layer. Now it makes it very easy to set out and work out your stairs. So all you need is your total height of what your bottom landing to your top landing, which mine is 2850. So we just punch that in that first box. My rise is going to be 190, and my going is going to be 240. We come over here, we put our string width, which is mine is 303 millimeters, and my stair width is 900. I'm going to leave my headroom at 21, and my floor thickness, which will be 165. My tread thickness will be 32 millimeters, and my rises be 18 millimeters. I'm going to leave my nosing as 20, and I'm going to turn balustrades off because I don't need it. We go down. Also up the top here, I'm making my top tread level with the top of the floor, or you can have it set down. So if you can see just here, you can see it's set down at the moment. We go up here, we click that button, calculate that, it now puts it up the top. Gives you a full printout in PDF, so you have a set of plans to work to. It gives you all these measurements here, so it makes it very easy for your cutouts. Very simple program to use. Also gives you the area, and it also gives you a diagram of your treads and rises. So highly recommend it. Go and check it out. It's called Block Layer. And now let's get back to the build. So I have my plans all ready to go.
I've gone ahead and I've just marked out the new measurements. So this was the one I previously printed out, but I just made a few little tweaks here and there. So I've got all the correct measurements down here now. So I'll go along, mark all these out along the stringer, and then we can start cutting them out. Now, what I suggest is you go out and buy yourself from your local hardware, you get some of these square stops. They make your job a lot easier. Now, my treads, I have 240 by 190, so you basically measure these along here. We've got 240 and we have 190, and all you do is we sit, I'll show you on this side, we sit that on there and we basically just mark that, and we just go along and mark every single tread. Alright, so we have all of it marked out. Hopefully you can see these lines, but this is the bottom of the stringer. So this is the part that we will sit on the floor. Across here, we've got our first riser, and then we go into our treads. So if we go along here, all the same, all the way up to our top tread. Now when you get to the top tread, the measurement here, so I couldn't figure out actually why it wasn't working out these measurements off the stringer. So these were supposed to be 300. They've actually 303, so 303 millimeters. So that does take effect of the top part here, these back measurements of when you pull your measurements off here. Now, I've allowed that now. I've readjusted it, and also that you need to minus on this top tread the thickness of your riser, because you have no, obviously this top tread here is level with the floor, but you obviously have no riser continuing on after that. So once we put this riser on here, it'll work out exactly the 240 that we need. So all that's done there. Now the time just to cut it out and transfer it over onto the other stringer, and our stringers are cut. Okay, there we have one stringer, all cut and ready to be installed and tested. Now before I do that though, I'll take it upstairs. I'll lay it over top of this next one here, and we will trace it, just so we know both stringers are exactly the same. As you can see, I've cut out roughly where the stair is going to come. It's actually worked out pretty well into my favour. So this last rafter that's coming across here is pretty much right in line to the end of the wall. So it's exactly what I need so I can fix off these stringers up to the top. Plus I'll be fixing them to every single stud going down the wall. Now it probably looks like the landing's a little bit small, but I've made the top tread so that'll finish flush with the top of the floor. So I actually gain another 260 mil coming towards me, so the landing should be around 900, which should be plenty. So anyway, let's see if we can put this first stringer just sitting in place, and we'll just see how it sits and see if I need to modify anything. Right, before we put the next stringer in, you need to check the floor where the landing is to make sure that you have a level floor. I don't. I'm about 7 mil difference between the two stringers, so I need to take off 7 mil off this bottom riser. You want to go keep the riser. If you've got 190 riser, which I do, you want to go from the keep it lowest, so you're not going to notice if the risers. You just don't want it to grow. So I'll measure up to my laser. I'm looking at about 43. So 7 mil. So I will rip off 7 mil off the bottom of this one before I put it into place. Alright, so I've got this bottom part, which is going to go in between the treads to keep it at the right width and to tie them off to the floor. Okay, so we're ready to put the treads and the risers on. So we've already had these pre-cut. I'm using MDF simply for the fact that it's just the offcuts that we get from work. It's 32 mil treads with an 18 mil back. I have already pre-cut them, and I've checked out a little groove there for an LED light to shine down, so when you walk up the stairs. So now here I'm just going to route one more little groove for the wires to run through the back, so I can get access to them later under the stairs, and then we're ready to screw these and pin them down to the stairs. So I'll just route those grooves now, and then we'll start fitting them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pre-drill with this countersink bit. Nice and easy. You set the depth and it gives you a nice little countersink for the screw. I'm going to pre-drill all the back of the risers that screw into the treads, just so it is a little bit quicker and it makes the process go a little bit faster as you're going upstairs. So I'll go ahead, I'll do that to all 15 risers now, and then we can start gluing them on. As you can see, it's getting very tight up here in the ceiling, so I'm probably not going to be able to do many more steps until I remove more. So I will probably leave it here for now. Probably do one more, then I'll have to take out the ceiling. Right guys, that's it for this episode. So I hope you enjoyed it if you made it this far. There's going to be a lot more to come with the stairs, with the LEDs, plus obviously building upstairs in the attic for my bedroom. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, hit that thumbs up and the subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.